Episode 131 of the Wilderness Podcast is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. Support the show at patreon.com/the Wilderness Podcast. Supporter of the week is Newerth. We're also brought to you by Audible. Get a free month and a free audiobook at audibletrial.com/wild. Welcome to episode 131 of the Wilderness Podcast. I'm your host, Dills, and with me, as always, is Deegan.
Hey, how's it going?
So we're back to the slow weeks. Some quality of life changes. Jagex asks for some warding feedback.
Ooh, I got some. ZMI altar changes?
Yeah, some changes to the ZMI altar, as you said. But besides that, I think not much else happened. So what did you do this week? Is your week at least eventful?
I don't think so. I did fishing. I just like AFK barb fish for most of it. While playing like other games. I went and saw a buddy I hadn't seen in like a long time. Yeah, I don't know. I got like some decent fishing experience, I guess, considering how I'm like pretty passively like playing RuneScape this past week. Did like a master clue, all that good stuff.
Anything good from that? Wait, why did you do a master clue?
Yeah, I was bored.
Damn, I've been really bored.
Just kind of like felt like it. I haven't have yet. Like I have the mimic boss enabled, but like I don't want to have to wait a year to like fight it for the first time.
Yeah,
and I just need to like go kill Zara of Warcath or something for another elite, and then hand them in for another master clue. But I'm still on that like raids or the Xerix break, focusing on scaling, all that stuff.
Cool. So as you can't, if you're listening, you're gonna be listening to the podcast, so you can't see it, but Deegan just looks funny. He's holding his microphone. You didn't bring your stand down.
Yeah,
just looks like you're about to either start rapping or do some stand-up comedy.
Doesn't help them in like a coat as well.
Just walked off the street, waiting for Deegan, a mic drop.
Live
moment.
On the streets.
Yeah.
What do you think about these ZMI altar changes coming next week?
I don't want to talk to the news.
Yeah, just like random. I don't know, just like a lot of random things. Just playing my free to play. I guess there's something I can talk about. So I'm kind of infecting the workplace with RuneScape.
Oh, okay.
So
what?
I'm pretty friendly with my coworkers. It's a nice, friendly environment.
It's always good.
One of them, me and him game like pretty hard together. Whenever we're chatting, like at some point, like, hey, so like what games you playing? You know, like me and him will play like Rainbow Six and stuff together. And it's always like, yeah, I play like playing Oldschool, playing Rainbow, and then like sometimes like a third game, like, oh, Dark Souls, Sekiro, you know, kind of like whatever. Just there's always like that third random game I'm cycling around on.
Yeah.
I don't know. One day we were working together and he was just like, yeah, so I've been playing RuneScape on the phone recently. I think it's just because, it's not like I'm that person to be like, so like, Deegan, what's new with you? Well, I've been doing crazy fishing on RuneScape. Like I don't like bring it up in like conversation. The only time I did it was when I got the first T-bow drop.
True. Because
I had work the next day and I was like really excited. And I was like,
one thing that's cool about RuneScape is that you can, like, if I were to talk to my girlfriend about a T-bow, a T-bow, it's worth 1.1 bill.
But you can like actually turn it into real money.
Yeah, that's what I say. An in-game item that is actually worth like $2,000.
Well, way less than that.
$1,000.
Less than that, but
$400.
Double that, maybe. I have no idea.
But anyways, you can actually $800, and they're just like, what an item in game, and you're like, I'm not using that as a metaphor. It's literally worth that much.
Yeah, I kind of said that to him. I was like, man, I know you don't play RuneScape, and you probably don't care. But this item dropped last night for me and my buddies, and like it could, like, if I wanted to, I could sell it for like $800 kind of. He's like, what do you mean? Like, that's nuts. It's like, well, people play this game and like make real life money off of it. And he's like, man, that's nuts. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, dude, that's how fucking rare it is. And I'm like, sorry, I had to tell someone. I'm just super excited. He's like, man, that's pretty cool.
In Eve, they'll do that a lot too, right? With their battleships, whatever. I don't play the game, so I have no idea. But every now and then, these giant battles happen, like guild wars, clan wars. They're called corps, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so corp wars, I guess. But like giant clans face each other, and there's like a real world value behind some of the ships, or all the ships, I should say.
Yeah, I think they use like. It'd essentially be like if a really big clan battle happened, on, or like Deadman mode or something, right?
Yeah.
Let's say Deadman mode was super popular, like the World 45, like the real like permanent one.
Yep.
And like clans are getting wiped for like bills. What they would do for like news and articles, they would convert like the bills to bonds.
Yeah.
And then that's how they get their like value. They don't use like a website price point.
Yeah, I'll like, see some article and it's just like some war just happened and so for $600,000 worth of
shit gets destroyed.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck? Let me look into this more.
Yeah. It's pretty neat. So that's like the only time I've ever actually like talked about RuneScape in the workplace of like what it is. But if you like, he'll ask like what games, and I'll always bring up, I'm always playing RuneScape. And I guess at some point it's kind of like, why? Like, why is he always playing this game? So I guess he tried it out. It was on mobile, and then he started playing on PC. He's like, yeah, I'm playing on PC now. It's pretty fun. And I'm like, I don't want to be that guy that's like, dude, get RuneLite, do this, and that. Like, you know what I mean? I just like, man, that's pretty sweet. Like, just if you have any questions, man, I've been playing the game on and off for like a long ass time, and since Oldschool came out, like, I'm happy to answer any questions. Like, I love the game. He's like, all right, cool. And then he like a couple days later, he like sends me a message, and he's like, so I've been killing some chickens, and I'm not getting
like, no, chickens.
No, he's like, but they're not dropping eggs. How do I get eggs? And I'm like, this motherfucker's doing cook's assistant. And I like
stuck on this one quest all week. You're just like,
So I told him how to get the like where to get the egg. Like, he's just like playing the game. He's like, oh, I'll do some quests. Talk to a guy. Okay, get a cake. Cool. You know what I mean? Egg, flour, milk, and he just like goes and figures it out. And that's kind of how he's been playing.
Yeah.
He's like priest in peril. Just like he just kind of stumbled across it, did it. Sheep shear, like all that stuff, right? And then he like asked me a random question here or there, and then like maybe asked like elaborate a bit, and just like talk about RuneScape with him. Yeah, and now we're shredding it. He was like, man, how do I make money? Show him the cows. Yeah. Show him about cow hides. Now he's doing hill giants and all that stuff, right? And he's like,
now that clue scrolls are available and free to play, shit.
Yeah. I'm not like waterboarding with information. Like, I just like give him little nuggets. He figured out how to use a GE and everything on his own. He's a smart dude. He like looks up stuff, whatever. He's just kind of experiencing it as like a new person.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to get another person we work with to start playing.
Nice.
So it's like, it's awesome. Yeah. So eventually everyone at my job will be playing RuneScape.
And the store goes bankrupt.
Yeah. And I got a lot of people just ripping agility in my account.
You have like the company account.
Yeah.
It's like you convince your boss to buy like a tablet or something, and yeah, everyone has to take turns playing it.
Yeah.
Do you remember when there was a big trend with the Twitch community where it was like Twitch plays Pokemon? That's how it started.
Yeah.
And then all these other games started catching on. They had Twitch plays old school RuneScape.
I don't remember old school, but
I remember I saw it. I'm not sure what happened to those streams. I guess they just died. But I ended up somehow I saw that RuneScape was being played, like there's a Twitch plays RuneScape, but I had started watching it way after the account started.
Okay.
And at this point, so the account was like maxed. It was like an Iron Man, completely maxed.
How?
And the way it happened was on the screen they had a grid, so it would be like it was a grid, and then you would type like move cursor to this these like coordinates, right?
Well, how would they max though?
But the way it worked was like people could type in the grid and then type click and stuff, right? Really bare bones. But what happened was at some point people took it way too seriously, and they basically I think some people could just override, like it could make the stream only listen to like the mod commands.
Well, like
only the mods could like command it basically.
They have chaos. From my understanding, like Twitch plays, there's two modes. There's chaos where everyone can input a command. So that's how you get like when they did Sapphire. Because I watched the Sapphire
Pokemon.
The Pokemon Sapphire playthrough. During like when they voted for chaos, people were just like spamming like A, B and all that stuff, up, down. And they ended up releasing it was silver.
I remember when it first started silver. It was blue.
No, yeah, but they played through all of them. I think it was actually silver. And is it Totodile?
I can't remember who that is.
Water crocodile like dude, but they ended up like releasing him after catching some shitty Pokemon. And then they like released him right afterwards. But they have chaos and democracy. And so like everyone votes on what the next move is, or chaos is you can queue up a bunch. So I guess you could have someone with like short keys or like a script that just like input 50 commands in a row. And because it's in chaos, maybe it's like late at night, they're just listening to one person just like spam all these commands.
Well, with this was a long time ago, so I can't entirely remember. But the Twitch plays old school RuneScape. Either the one stream had multiple accounts that they would do the Twitch plays on, or maybe it was just a single account. But the account I was confused like you, like how do they even max it? But it was a weird account. It was like an Iron Man, or maybe it was like a pure, like a one defense pure, or it was some weird account. I couldn't figure out like what was going on, and then I looked into it, and it turned out that I think some of the mods took it way too seriously, and it basically wasn't a Twitch plays old school RuneScape. It was like 5 people play it.
Okay.
It wasn't as chaotic. It was more like, let's have a bunch of people train one account, but we're not going to let them fuck around. They'll do what I already want them to do. Like whoever owns the stream. I'll have to look into it some more because I'm going off what I remember, and this was years ago, and like I said, I got into it at the tail end of it.
Yeah,
I don't even know that's something you said reminded me of that.
Oh yeah, my workplace plays one RuneScape
right
account.
There it is. Yeah.
All right, we're doing nature runes. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Anyways, what'd you do this week?
So I was just looking it up. The last stream was 4 years ago, so something definitely happened.
It doesn't look like someone's just playing the account. I don't see anyone typing.
Yeah, okay, so apparently, I'm reading it now, apparently some mods got power hungry on it and started banning people who
were trolling?
Were trolling or weren't doing what the mods wanted for the account. Does that make sense?
Yep. Like
it's weird because that goes
try and drop the whip.
Yeah, and then you just get banned.
Yeah.
And then you see someone pick up the mouse and pick back up the whip. Oh, now, so I'm still digging into this. So I'm reading this post. Apparently, Reddit was outraged by Twitch plays, and the account got banned eventually.
So it was someone's account that he just let viewers play on.
Oh.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense, because there's no fucking way. Maxing takes a long ass time. But if the dude already had a high level Iron Man, just named it like Twitch 07, and was like, okay, we're going to get Twitch to play my account. Don't drop the whip. Oh, okay, I'm taking over.
Yeah, and I'm reading that I got banned for real world trading, but I'm also reading that I got banned for Jagex considered it botting.
Yeah.
Because they would kick people that they didn't want. Anyways, doesn't matter. Old news. If you're interested, go check it out. Not the actual stream, but go check out what happened. The drama behind the stream. Anywho, what happened with me this week? Not a whole lot. I did some bossing. Did some Armadillo. Did some bandos. Did a couple learner raids. Nothing to show from them. Just a fun time, and still on that rune crafting grind. I'm about 120k away from getting to level 91 though.
Nice.
So I might get that this week depending on how busy I am, but I think I should be able to. I've been, that's basically it. Like I did a bit of thieving, but nothing really to talk about. I did some smithing, so I want to test out the experience rates from making smithing adamant dart tips.
Yeah.
It's like 60k an hour, so it's not great especially compared to goldsmithing, but it's very AFK. So now I know that if I want to AFK train smithing, I got addy bars I can do. And you make a bit of a profit.
Yeah, a tiny amount.
Yeah. So obviously I have both, I have a bunch of adamant bars, and I also have a bunch of gold ore, depending on what I feel like doing, because I have to get to 91. Knowing me, I'm probably going to get, some days I'm not going to feel like straight up blast furnacing the whole night. So it'll be nice to be able to do a couple hours of blast furnace and then maybe jump on to adamant bars, watch some Netflix, and get it that way. Play some Stardew Valley. I'm playing that on the side.
Yeah. One thing I noticed, like I haven't I did a bunch of mining like last week or a week before that.
Did you get the level you needed?
No, I got to 85 and I just been AFKing a lot more.
Yeah. Where
I just do the fishing and I'm like, you know what? I can just like fish to 99. I might as well. And I can like blood rings if I want to AFK or something. And then I looked at my iron ore stack. So I had 25k iron ore.
From mining?
Yeah. I went from 82 to 85. I mean, I got my like expert superior, like the combination gloves and everything from the guild.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what do those do again?
So I can mine silver, coal, or gold, myth, addy, or runite, the shittier gloves, and then the better gloves, the first three are the shitty, whatever.
Yeah.
And it gives a chance for them to not actually deplete after you mine it.
Will your guy continuously mine it?
I don't know.
Or do you have to? Oh, okay, true.
Because it doesn't work on iron. And I haven't like used the gloves anywhere.
Because if you could click on Runite and get 2 rune ores from the one click,
yeah, and then
that ain't bad.
Well, you can already get that.
Well, what do you mean?
Varrock Elite Diaries, the Varrock chest. You can get 2 ores from 1 rock.
But I mean, like, imagine getting like it makes it more AFK, right? It brings the it's like wood cutting, right? You click
it's
on the
a
tree.
Chance, right?
Yeah,
I think it's like a 15 or 20% chance for Runite. It's pretty decent. Like it's decently high, but yeah, I don't know. So like, I was kind of like, I didn't want to do motherlode mining, and I definitely don't want to do blast mining. Blast mining's super click intensive, but like I don't know. I am gonna like get 92 mining just so I can get like, so amethyst is like an AFK option.
What was so you have 25,000 iron ore?
Yeah, see, I don't even like, I haven't done the math. I knew going into it was about like 66 hours of power mining.
Ugh.
But like I'm not dropping them. Like, I'm just right at the bank. I might as well. Like,
Yeah, the mining guild, right?
Yeah, like
I tried dropping them and it always felt faster to bank them.
Yeah, I mean it's easier too, right? Easier on the hands.
Yeah,
even if it is slower. And I don't want to like go to Artie or something and tick manipulate. I just don't feel it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like it's pretty chill and relaxing. But I only bring that up because I kind of want to see if like, well, there's some people that are down to do like skilling competitions in the CC.
Yeah, I actually saw you write something about that. I guess was that in the CC or the Discord? Because I couldn't find the Discord message.
I think it was in the CC.
Yeah, because I saw you saying like, oh, would anyone be interested in doing skilling? And then I was talking with someone about that, and I was like, that's a great way to get me training a skill that I don't want to train.
Yeah.
I might actually do it if there's some competitiveness behind it.
Yeah, I bring it up because, you know, join the Discord, because like it'll like kind of have to like, well, you can set up through Crystal Math Labs, and I just bring it up now because if it interests you, it's not gonna like, no bucket required, right? Like,
yeah,
it's not gonna be like super try hard. There will be like rewards and stuff, but I was gonna do
if it's fishing, you're competing with other people, like just doing lobsters. You're not gonna have many people
like
3 tick.
Well, so the way I'm doing it, or I want to have it set up, is that there'll be like a baseline percentage for experience, or baseline percentage or let me say it again. The way I want to do it is have like 2 categories, where one is just flat experience rate, and the other one would be like a percentage of what your experience was before and after the week.
It's a good idea because it gives someone who's like lower level an actual chance to.
Yeah, and so, and the prizes aren't crazy, right? Like I'm not gonna be giving away like 10, 20 mil to first place. It's like no bucket required meme. But like it, yeah, like if you like are a lower level and you, or like you have like 30 fishing and you're like, you know what, I want to compete, but then there's like people 3 take barb fishing and you're in free to play. Well, what's the point, right? I'm not gonna win. So yeah, I was gonna have 2 different like brackets, and I'm only bringing this up because for you to be eligible for the second bracket, where it's like you're lower level and you just want to like gain a total percentage, right?
Yep.
You have to go on to Crystal Math Labs like as soon as possible. Just crystalmathlabs.com, or just Google it, and then all you have to do is go and track your username and make sure that like you're in that database.
Yeah, you don't need to log in or anything, right?
No, you don't have to do any of that.
Just put in your username, in-game username, not what you log into.
Yeah, like your actual character username. And so, because the way Crystal Math Labs works is that it, like, once you like quote unquote join the site, I guess, once it starts tracking your character, that's when you can join the competitions, and it gives you, or I'll be able to see what, like, how much, like, what the percentage was. I'll be able to figure out how much, like, hey, you tripled your total experience. Nice. But obviously, if you're like making a fresh account just for this, like, you can't just pick a level 3 with baseline stats. Like, it's just for like fun. But yeah, I only bring it up now because if that interests you and you're like, I want a skill, but there's no point in doing it, well, like, you know, fun little community thing, you can compare yourself, and yeah, I guess a little bit of a reason to do it, but also to like, maybe you might find that you actually like doing some skills. Maybe you're like, well, lava runes, I can get 70k an hour at a pretty low level, right? It's what, like 23 or 33 or whatever. You unlock lava runes, which is like the best experience. Mine is the MI, like alting. But you might be like, hey, I could definitely win the percentage thing. I only have like 35 rune crafting. I'm level like 120. I know people that are actually in that boat because who likes rune crafting. And then you might be like, hey, I actually kind of like skilling. Might get me back into, doing other things besides Slayer.
Yeah. It's a great excuse to actually train something if you don't have a reason to.
Yeah, and especially with this whole warding fiasco, it like will help you give you a better perspective of like what you do and don't like for skills.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, anyways, I kind of cut you off there.
No, that's about it. Like I've been talking about past couple of weeks, I think. I can't even remember, but pretty hyped for this VR coming out. It's supposed to be released on the 30th or May 1st. So next week, you'll either hear a very happy Dills or a very disappointed Dills, depending on if they actually release it on the day that people are speculating. Nobody knows. It's just leaks, and people are assuming, compared to how the Oculus Go, which is a, I don't even know how you want to explain it. You can't play games on the Oculus Go. It's just meant for watching shit and experiencing some of the things.
Okay.
Bare bones. Anyways, that's how it worked last year. Doesn't matter though, so I'll probably talk about that next week if it is released. Until then, let's talk about the news. That segue actually doesn't make any sense, but let's just do it.
All right, so some quality of life changes. Let's get into that. So the gold crafting interface changes. So the gold smelting interface has been improved in terms of like crafting and all that stuff. So when you're making your jewelry, it is more consistent, I guess.
Similar to the interface that they updated with, right? The make all interface, where before they hadn't. One thing that I wish they would implement with the make all interface is smithing. So the reason I was doing Addy bars this past week was because I was on mobile, didn't want to have to deal with blast furnace on mobile, and figured I wanted to get some smithing experience. And it was kind of not a pain, but the amount of times I clicked on an item to smith, and then I like put my phone down and I only made one of them, and I thought I was making a full inventory. I'm so used to the make all interface.
Yep.
So yeah, that one you have to right click or hold down. So hopefully that one also gets the make all treatment.
Yeah, that's probably up next, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, seeing the way that they did it with crafting is how they would do it with smithing. Whereas, I mean, there's an actual little GIF like where you can look at on the dev blog. So obviously if you're listening, you can't look at it, but crafting and I'm assuming smithing will be the same. They don't have the same interface as every other skill would.
Yeah.
Where it's like right where your chat is, this one pops up in front of you because of how many items that you make with those skills.
Yeah, and the toggle deposit inventory button in bank. So there is an option menu in your banking interface, if you didn't know, the top right, just under the close button. You can click that and you can enable and disable certain buttons on the banking interface to make it a little bit easier. They added the option to toggle the inventory button.
That's funny. I didn't know that it didn't exist because I've only ever used it this week, which would have been after the Thursday.
Yeah.
And I knew that you can you can disable the deposit worn items. So the button that you click and it takes off all the equipment you're wearing and throws it in your bank.
Yep.
It can be kind of annoying sometimes if you're not wanting to do that and you accidentally do that. Let's say you're wood cutting. That's when it always happened to me. Anyways, I didn't realize this was something new. So when I checked, it was in, and I just assumed it was always in.
Yeah. I don't know why, but they should have these for deposit boxes, not just banks.
Yeah, they should have them for the deposit boxes too.
Like, why would I ever want to deposit my equipped items in a? So why not just add these toggleable features to a deposit box?
Right. Yeah.
I actually tweeted.
They also don't have a deposit inventory in the deposit box. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
I know that because I've accidentally deposited my inventory when I'm fishing anglers, and now I'm like, oh, I don't have my fishing shit anymore. Yeah, I actually tweeted one of the J mods being like, can you just add this shit to a deposit box before having to wait till next year? I don't want to wait till next year for this to be a feature. Obviously, they don't say anything.
It's an easy
but,
fix, right? So you figure, why not just do it?
Yeah. Anyways, though, more positive note, Australia's gotten 5 new worlds.
Hey.
Yeah. They're all skill total worlds. So we have 750, 1250, 1500, 2K, and 2.2K total for those Aussies. And warding feedback. So they sent out over 50,000 surveys about warding. Beware of all the phishing emails and stuff, but you'll get one in your message center. All that good stuff.
So I wanted to double check what it was about the deposit box that kind of annoyed me, because there was something that I wish they had but didn't, and that's the being able to one-click deposit all of one item. You know, in the bank, you could, like, let's say you have a full inventory of magic logs. You can have it so you deposit all with one click.
Yeah.
The deposit box doesn't have that. Anyways.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of updating, but whatever. In other news, there was a missing clue that they re-added back to the game. So that's nice. If you were an Ultimate Iron Man and you didn't have the space to open up the Winter Todd crate, let's say you're like doing solo Todd, you weren't able to open it, and like due to just getting too many points, they've now done it so you open it. I think there's a warning, but it'll drop whatever doesn't fit in your inventory onto the ground.
Yeah, I saw someone actually tweeting Mod Ash this week saying, "Hey, can you do this?" And Mod Ash was like, "Sure."
Yep.
Just did it. So if you want some quality of life, just tweet out one of the J mods, and they might just throw it in with the next quality of life update.
Mm-hmm. And there was wolves in the stronghold of security that were boneless for a little bit. We had some boneless wolves. They weren't dropping bones when you killed them, but that has been fixed. Yeah, that's everything notable about this week's update.
Yeah, a big one. The Easter event has been taken out, so if you've missed it, gotta wait a year. Deegan, I'm gonna guess you missed it.
Oh yeah,
we both missed it this year. For some reason, I thought it was gonna be more than, what was it, a week?
It was like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. It felt a lot shorter.
I just didn't care to do. I don't like the rewards. I'm gonna be honest. Like that bunny helmet's like kind of funny, but like ever since the last year's football gear, I just don't care for Easter. Actually, I kind of care a lot less for the events in general.
God, I wonder if I've ever done the Easter event, because I didn't do it last year either.
I did it for I wanted the ring and stuff for nostalgia because I have it on RS3.
Yeah,
but I just don't care for the rewards. Are like, I don't know. Now they're lame. It's just like, yeah, they're lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it community chatter stuff?
I guess so. And we have that one notable thing that happened.
Yeah.
So there was a tweet that you actually pointed out. It was sent from the Oldschool RS Twitter, the official Oldschool RuneScape Twitter account. And it says, in this week's update, we'll be preventing players from trading in the Iranian cave, aka the ZMI altar. This will mean players can no longer achieve boosted runecraft rates by using runners. The change is being made to make the attainable XP rates match what was originally pulled.
Yeah, and it amazes me on the backlash they're getting for this.
I'm a little surprised, to be honest.
Why is that?
I mean, I would never do running. I think it is kind of funny. It's stupid that if you look at what's the best way to train runecrafting, and this is thrown out. But at the same time, I do like the idea of you're contracting people to run these for you. Like, you're paying someone to help you get faster experience rates, and it's going to cost a lot of money, right?
Yeah,
it's expensive.
You just use. I mean, for the average you could argue, well, depending on how much you're into skilling, but you could just save money by having 2 alts, training them up, having them AFK like green dragons or like some random shit.
Yeah.
Like gargoyles, and then hey, I feel like doing some runecrafting for a couple days, and then you just have 2 alts. Like, they're not it's not like everyone's ripping 4 mil an hour for running. Like, it's people that really take advantage of it have alts that are doing rune dragons on the side.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess the only way to prevent using alts is by doing this. Using alts is kind of a cheesy way of doing it, but I did like the way you could get you could hire people to do it for you. That's kind of
you can still do it for lab. You can do it for any other type of rune, for lab runes and stuff. People still do that.
Right, that's true. Okay, good point. Okay, yeah, I can get behind that then.
I think the main thing is that ZMI is so like easy.
Yeah.
The only you need 75 rune crafting, but
and the teleport helps.
Yeah,
able to teleport out, which is like what, 82 or something, 76.
Yeah,
and you need looters done too.
It's like the main thing is that like the reason why they did it is because like it's like an integrity thing, right? They release an update and they say these are the rates you're gonna get, and then if it turns into like, oh no, you actually get double what the previous EHP was, which is like what, like 70, 76k. Now it's 140k. Like that's huge. One, huge power creep. Two, like it, like when they come out with skilling updates, there's going to be people being like, well, why are we just going to be able to find a way to just double what you see? You know what I mean? Like they kind of have to like stay true to like what was proposed when they introduced this stuff, because ZMI had like a lot of pushback.
Yeah, when
it came into the game, like I was like not really too happy with it, and I do like how they've mentioned they're going to take it out. Now, I'm just like kind of scratching my head why everyone's super against, because they give a really good reason.
Yeah, I think it, like, I'm sure a lot of people are like, rune crafting's so fucking slow. Why are you removing the one thing that makes it kind of fast? So I can get both sides of it. The reason why I would argue to not remove it, I wouldn't be okay with removing it from rune crafting in general. ZMI, okay, I won't bitch too much about that. But that's what I love about this game, is that it's so sandboxy that, yeah, the experience rates are this, but you're able to find a workaround without like breaking, like, you know what I mean, without exploiting much.
Like the thing is, if the average person was shelling out 4 mil an hour for runners, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But I guarantee you that they're looking at the people that are doing this, and because like when you get to like a certain point in RuneScape and you're like a top level player, this is gonna sound like elitist, I guess, but it gets to a point where you kind of should make a second account to make money for you.
Yeah,
or even a third, like depending on like how much of like a RuneScaper you are, like you're serious. And when I say like elite, I mean like people that just take the game really serious. I should say that much more serious than like us. We're like, you know, like I'll do like Theater of Blood and stuff, but I do it because I enjoy it, or not enjoy it, but I like the challenge. But like, I'm definitely not one of those people that have an alt doing Rune Dragons because, well, I need to make sure I'm sustaining my current money and I'm doing these, you know what I mean? Like there are people that have like 2-3 Rune Dragon alts, and then they're also PVMing, or like, oh, well, I'm doing like Bibles. I'm skilling my Bibles and I need to make money as I'm doing this. So I have 3 accounts making money for me and I'm merching on all of them. Right. Yeah. There are people that really like play the game like that.
Oh, they'll sit there and they'll like,
they have like 4 or 5 accounts, like actually, and they're all like wood cutting, doing random things. They're not gold farming.
And they're making notes like, what can I do to be as effective as possible?
Yeah, like how can I maximize my main account? And there's nothing wrong with it. Play however you want to play, but
it's good to have those people because they're the ones that really break the game down for someone who's more casual. Because they could be like, Theater of Blood, this is why you would use Dragon Claws instead of a Crystal Halberd, right? They'll like actually, they're the ones who figure out, they break down all the numbers.
Well, they find like, I get like those people, that kind of a mindset. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they'll break it down and obviously. Yeah.
I guess we didn't really mention it. We should have mentioned it. I just remembered how the Crystal Halberd got like a hot fix.
Oh, I saw.
And Dragon Two-Hander.
Right.
So, and these are the same people. So someone was able to get 200 mil strength experience in a week. And this also had a huge amounts of backlash. And we mentioned it before, but the way they did it was they had like 19 alt accounts in a POH where the guy was speccing with the Halberd, being able to hit all 19 of them, or maybe it was a Dragon Two-Hander, maybe it was both. But I think it was the Halberd he used imbued. And then he had another account or multiple accounts doing spec restore, and then other accounts doing heal group. And then they would go up and they just use the pool and the POH and they go back downstairs. And the guy was attaining 2 mil an hour and he was getting ridiculous rates.
Do you think...
I think you need to be... Sorry, what's your question?
I was going to say, like, do you think that should not be allowed in the game?
Yeah, 100%.
But, like, your average player isn't going to be making 19 accounts, especially training them up to be able to do that, right?
So?
I don't know.
So it doesn't affect anyone then, right? If it's still a game-breaking, like, exploit...
For me, it's cool to hear these things, though. I'm, like, sitting there, I'm like, wow, that can get 2 million by... I'm never going to do that, but that's kind of interesting that he was able to pull that off.
Yeah, but the people that are going to do that will do it for, like, nefarious reasons. Is that the right word? They're going to be doing it for, like, bad...
Sell the account off.
Sell the one... Yeah, okay, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, selling accounts... But like staking, real trading, that type of stuff, like Rune Dragons, all those like memes. But like it brings like a whole nother like aspect, because there's like obviously like a not so pleasant side of the community where people will like abuse some things and do exploits. But like having like that type of a thing where like you either need like a clan to boost and get those rates, or like a botnet to like boost. Like emblem farming bots are like a pretty big issue.
Yeah.
And if you're able to like,
I mean, they've gone up in price. So if you're bought better, if you're doing that, do a better job of it.
Yeah.
I don't care, but I know someone was buying a rune pouch this week, and I think I bought it for what, like 2.3 mil at the time. They had to spend like close to 3 mil because the price of emblems have gone up.
Yeah, just due to like how it is, right? Back when I had to buy my emblems, back in my day, I had to sit in the fucking bank in a PvP world and like barter with some elitist PKer.
And you're worried you might get scammed, and
well, no,
I'll pay half first.
No, he traded me just a bunch of tier 1s, right?
Oh.
Yeah, because you could sell the tier 1s, but I wanted to buy all 27. He was like, all right, give me this much. I was like, dude, I'm buying 20. I'm buying them in bulk. All right.
Yeah.
You're going to give me a fucking deal on this.
Yeah, if I'm buying in bulk, you don't charge me a premium.
Yeah. He was like trying to like charge me more. Cause like, dude,
why do you think Costco's doing so well?
Yeah.
Sell me a skid of emblems and we're good to go.
Yeah. His argument was, well, I'm a one-stop shop, so you should pay me more. And I'm like, dude, there's like fucking 20 people here. Like I can go to the ditch, say, someone sell me emblems, I need a pouch, and like I'm gonna buy one at a time. Like I don't care.
Listen, I used to buy weed in high school. You never paid more money for a larger amount.
Yeah. Like what is this? And I just sit there. He ended up selling them to me for the price I wanted, but he also was like, dude, I'm like one of the best fucking PKers logged on right now. You know how many emblems I have? I'm like,
exactly. You want to get rid of them faster.
And I don't know why I bring that up, but I got mine for a little bit cheaper.
Nice.
Emblem farming. How do we get on that?
Dragon two-hander and Crystal Halberd. So looking at the tweet here about the hot fix, the Dragon two-handed sword and Crystal Halberd can now hit a maximum of 3 players in PvP.
Yeah.
Do you think the Dragon two-hander should have also got that same treatment?
Was it just a Crystal Halberd?
It's both of them. But I remember when the Dragon two-hander first came out, and it was kind of useless. It still kind of is. But that spec, like, I remember what you would do is you would maybe either pay people or you would have some friends and you would go to the fight pits. And when you use the spec to hit 9 people.
I never knew that being a thing.
I know I remember that's how some people like would try to blast through the last bit of their 90, like getting to 99. They had like, let's say 200k experience. They would, it's fight pits. So you don't get your special back right away, right?
Yeah, I don't know. But like I will like Dragon two-handers used in PvP. Used as a KO weapon, just like a Rune two-hander.
Why? There's so many better ones.
Like what?
Like a maul.
What happens when you have no spec though?
Or just an obby maul, right? Pretty sure. Let's check the numbers. I'm pretty sure. Never mind, I take that back because it seems like the Dragon two-hander is better than the obby maul.
Yeah. Like
I didn't know that.
The main thing is like Pures will spec and then they still need a KO.
Yeah.
So that's when they busted the two-hander and you can stack it just like in free to play.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that like, and they were like you can still hit multiple targets in PVM.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing my NMZ grind a couple of years ago that I always harp back on, I did testing with the power surge to get infinite spec between Gmaul, Halberd, and Halberd, Gmaul, and two-hander to see which one, like, because the two-hander you can just like, hit all the dudes.
Yeah.
but Gmaul's king. By the way, if you didn't know that, if you're not super AFKing NMZ, bring a Gmaul, you see that yellow power surge thing, pick it up for infinite spec, and you just sit there and spam Gmaul. And
that's why I use a Dragon 2-hander.
Yeah, the Gmaul gives you like a noticeable bump in experience per hour.
Yeah.
But it all like ties together to the ZMI thing, because the people that abuse it,
you ruin it for everyone.
They're like, well, like they're ruining it for the 1% that are abusing it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like you know, like if you need like 19 accounts to get the best rates of something in a really niche thing, like the idea in itself is cool, but the people that are taking advantage of it, like nothing good can really come of it. It's not just like a showcase type thing. The people that like have a negative or like a bad mentality for the game, where they like want the game to be tailored for their play style, which is like, I'll do anything to get the best things and I want no one else to have them. So then you get like a max guild into the game, like RuneScape 3, where like they had that issue where they were tailoring all their updates to like the top players, right? But yeah, back to the ZMI thing. I'm happy that next update that comes out, it'll be taken out.
Yeah.
And I like how they're only doing it for ZMI, and it's because they promised rates and they're going to like stay true to that.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, if you want to boost, maybe lava runes boosting will like become a thing.
Yeah, or like nature rune running. Maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that stuff will come back now.
Which I'm all for, right? I don't want ZMI to be like, well, you're either going to do ZMI or lavas. It'd be cool to have ZMI, lavas, and hey, look at law running's back.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. So moving on from that, you know what? When we first started this, I was like, oh, nothing really happened this week. But then as we're talking, I'm seeing more things. I'm like, oh, wait, it's a lot that I kind of forgot to mention. So next we'll talk about is this. So with RuneScape or Old School RuneScape winning the BAFTA Awards, the British Academy Games Awards, there's a new BAFTA 2, but this is by Google. So Old School RuneScape is nominated for the best breakthrough game of 2019 for the Google Play Awards. So are they gonna win twice? We'll have to see. Who are they up against?
Fortnite
1, 2, and 3. No, actually, Fortnite's not even on here. What they do have is Garena Free Fire.
That sounds like a Chinese game.
It sounds, yeah, that's exactly
the
what it sounds like.
Garena is a big giveaway. Is it like, oh my god, is it China Fortnite?
It looks like Fortnite mixed with Apex Legends.
Okay.
They're also up against Harry Potter, the Hogwarts Mystery.
What is this?
So I don't know exactly.
Like, check this out. What?
Yeah?
That looks cool.
Being into Harry Potter?
Oh, yeah. Talk about that in our Grand Exchange.
So if this is the same game that I'm remembering, because it was like a huge meme on the mobile gaming subreddits that I'm on, but there was this Harry Potter game where you'd be playing through the story, and then you would constantly hit with this, oh, you're out of energy, pay now, or come back in an hour. But there was like one scene where a guy is strangling you, and it's like, you're out of energy. Either wait 2 hours to get energy or buy for it now. Oh, by the way, this guy's strangling you for the next 10. You have 10 minutes before he completes his I don't know.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yes, but it's just like, so you either lose this quick time event by not paying money, or
all right,
pay money. And
well, thanks for shitting on that.
It might be a different game, but I know that was one of the Harry Potter games that was very, very, very controversial. Next game, Marvel Strike Force.
Next. If it's superheroes, not in a comic book format, I am out.
It's usually not very good. Yeah, it also looks like another pay-to-win nightmare. I can't tell if it's... I'm looking at the pictures and stuff. I can't tell if it's turn-based. I can't tell if it's...
epic combat.
This is epic combat. Collect and evolve. If you ever see collect, you know there's fucking very predatory microtransactions.
Insert those digits on the front and the expiration date and those 3 wacky numbers on the back.
So it looks like a turn-based game. Like you can assemble a team of superheroes. One big red flag for me, because I've played a ton of mobile games. I played a ton of these shitty free, what do they call it? Freemium games. So one of the pictures it shows is it has like a double arrow pointing thing. Like 2 arrows basically.
Auto fight?
Yeah, it looks like an auto fight button, which is like not good. That shows you it's grindy if you don't want to pay money. The last game being nominated is Star Trek Fleet Commander.
It looks like the exact same fucking game.
It looks kind of similar to what do we call
Where's
it? Epic
fleet battles?
Engage in epic fleet
Next
battle.
one.
Construct ships.
And then where's the battle with the arrows? Can we find the double arrows?
Okay, let me go here. Customize and upgrade your crews.
Yeah. Inbox.
Summer.
Wait. We can unlock legendary crew?
Unlock legendary Khan and his crew.
Wow.
Recruit iconic members. Construct a fortified starbase. And then you look through the reviews, and there's like 2 5 stars that are highly addictive. The game's great, but heavily pay to win. And then all the 1 and 2 stars is this game is like, I don't have money, so fuck you. What I'm trying to say is, if old school RuneScape loses this one, fucking Google, shit's corrupt, man.
So we have 4 games that are just the exact same, and then we have old school.
Yeah. So
how do these 4 games get best breakthrough?
So these games have to be a new game. Okay, so that's it, new games, and the rest is going to make you want to, whatever. New games with excellent overall design, user experience, engagement and retention, and a strong growth.
So it just gains like certain percentages that they're hitting.
Yeah, I don't know. Come back on Monday, May 6th, we will announce the winners.
Oh, we don't vote?
No, so this is definitely a Google.
All right, everyone, just start playing mobile for the next week or so.
But I think it's really going to come down to who's in Google's pockets.
Yeah.
Next to talk about is they released the design for Zolcano, the demon. Zolcano probably, but I like Zolcano.
Damn, she's thick.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. It's posted on Twitter, so either go on the Old School RuneScape Twitter if you want to check it out, or go on our Twitter. We have it retweeted on there. Also on Discord somewhere, but it's probably lost in the discussion by now. But anyways, they say in this post by Mod Ghost, it says, the demon Zolcano. The elves imprisoned her beneath their crystal city as, even though Zamarok's curse turned her to stone, the power of her magic armor kept her alive and deadly. So yeah, if you want to take a look at what it looks like, people compare it to Zuck right now. It looks kind of similar. She
reminds me, scroll up, she reminds me of Kerrigan if she was like a Tazar.
Yeah, that's a good,
like from like Kerrigan,
Sarah Kerrigan,
the Queen of Blades from StarCraft.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe it's just the wings, even like the hop, her like stance, the way she walks, the strut. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, she's strutting her stuff. That is for sure. Yeah, that's all the news this week.
Yeah,
and I'd say that normally this is where we go back in time and we take a look at the updates that came out back in 2001 currently, but nothing happened this week. So
at this point, there's 3 people working on the game.
I think they hired a few more. It said a couple.
Like 3 devs.
Like 5 in total.
Well, they have 1 on music, 1 on art.
You have the Gower brothers. So there's 2 of them, right?
I thought it was 3 of them.
Okay, so there's 3 of them. And I think they said that they've hired like 2 other people.
Yeah.
So I guess we have a total of, let's go with 5.
Yeah, well, I know 2 of them weren't involved in like the dev, like the coding.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what I was saying, 3, but 3 to 5.
So it's a small team. So yeah, they're
weekly updates. Not yet. Wait until Mod Ash gets there.
You know, it blows my mind. Like we started playing, I think 2003 is what we figured out.
As RuneScape 2 became a thing.
Yeah.
When Slayer was like hot new, I think. Well, I don't know.
I know I started like RuneScape 2 came out, I think it was like a March or an April or something, and then I started playing in June.
Yeah.
A few months afterwards, and you probably started playing as well. But this is just random, but I was thinking about this today, actually, right before we started to record. So we played in 2003. We've been playing for 16 years.
Yeah.
We've had RuneScape in our lives longer than our lives haven't had RuneScape in it.
Yeah.
It's trippy.
It's just like once you hit the age 25, you're closer to 30 than you are 20.
Yeah. Okay.
That weird realization where you're like, shit.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, there are people that have been born and are learning to drive since our first time playing RuneScape.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Day 1, baby popped out, and then now they're like on the roads, and then we're still playing the game. Yeah. This is depressing.
I don't know if you caught the stream this week. There's a dude streaming.
Yeah, people do stream this game.
Yeah, there's I saw a guy playing RuneScape. No, there's a guy who was doing the Inferno on a level 52 account, like 65 range and stuff. Got all the way to Zuck, the last the boss, and got him past halfway health, and the healers came out, and then he started like panicking. He started really making mistakes, and that's where he caught up and he died. Yeah, when that stream was going on, someone had posted in the Discord, so I checked it out, and tons of people, Wooks was in there watching and stuff, and would have been a new record if he beat it.
Yeah.
So that was super fun to watch.
Yeah, we should wait for Randy.
Yeah.
Have you seen Randy has like a new series? Kind of off topic.
The potato?
Well, that died.
Really? Oh man, I'm way behind. Spoilers.
I mean, he's got like a new series that's kind of better.
Oh my god, what is it?
It's called the lower the better or something, where he tries to do like world record shit on low, like the quest he dies on, he like beats it as like a level 3 or something with 10 HP. Non-Iron Man, so he's not like taking 50 hours to do a quest. He's able to like, and he's not like bringing 100 accounts to help him do something.
Okay. Yeah, you're the one who'd recommend me checking him out. If you haven't seen it, it's like a YouTuber who jumped on the bandwagon of all these people making what they call them snowflake accounts. You know, it's like an Ultimate Iron Man strictly in this one area.
Yeah.
Like settled and all that stuff. But this guy made one only using potatoes. It was kind of memey, but so I never watched it because I thought it was just a joke. But when you recommended that, he actually does all these weird things to break the game, essentially.
Yeah.
Started watching it, and wow, is it interesting? He does all these tricks. Like you watch one episode, and you're overloaded with all this.
Watch Monkey Madness too.
Yeah, that's when I stopped because I was doing something. I was like bossing or something, and like I'd look over, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm missing so much stuff. I have to pause it and watch it when I'm AFKing.
Yeah, you learn a lot about the game and how flawed this game is, but it's kind of cool.
And it's crazy what the shit he can just thinks to try, right?
Yep.
So it's pretty cool stuff. Anyways, enough rambling. I guess we'll jump into that lore. Within the Chambers of Xeric, there is one room that stands apart from the rest. This one boss seems fairly unknown how they got there and how they are the way they are, but there are some theories. The Ice Demon sits in a frozen cavern. It is one of the rooms that has a different climate from the rest of the chambers itself. This Ice Demon sits frozen in place, surrounded by ice fiends. The Ice Demon sits in hibernation, with the only way to release it is by lighting the fire pits around it, causing the coats of ice that formed on this Ice Demon to melt. Many believe this Ice Demon has been frozen in place for a very long time. It is not known whether this Ice Demon is a Zamorakian demon, as most are. The Ice Demon seems particularly weak, possibly due to being frozen for such a long period of time. But once the ice melts around him, he attacks with a fierce power, throwing giant boulders of ice or summoning an ice storm to attack whoever trespassed into his territory. Some believe that since he had been hibernating for such a long period of time, his body is weakened, but because of the ice that coats his body, it provides him additional armor, making it very hard to pierce his ice shield that surrounds him. Adventurers have been known to unfreeze this demon and to damage him enough that it puts him into paralysis. But being left in that state, in the climate that surrounds that room, the ice coats him and puts him back into a hibernating state, which seems to heal the wounds that have been inflicted. There's not much information on whether Xeric and his crew had placed this demon there, whether they had stumbled upon it, or if this was a room that was easily avoidable altogether. Such little information is known, and it seems likely that more information won't ever be uncovered about this ice demon. But many times adventurers stumble across this room, and the only way to progress through this cavern is to get through the ice demon itself. But killing the ice demon indefinitely seems like an impossible task. Next week, we discuss the final room of the Chambers of Xeric. Okie dokie, now that we're back, we get to head over to that grand exchange. So we get to talk about some of the stuff that we got going on with the show. The first thing is Audible. If you like podcasts, you might like audiobooks. If you like physical books, you might like audiobooks. If you like audiobooks, you might like the audiobooks from Audible. I actually have no idea where else you would go for audiobooks, but Audible is like the grandmaster.
Because my friend was telling me about it, and it's illegal, and I highly don't recommend it because it's a pain in the ass to find proper audiobooks, but apparently there's a way you can illegally download them. They call them torrenting.
That's still a thing.
But from their experience, you'll get, like, let's just say, you know what? I've never read or watched all of Harry Potter. I'm only familiar with the first 2 books. I'm aware of the spoilers because memes, but I, heard it's really good. So then you go and look around for torrents. Like you download like 2 or 3 of them, and then you find out that they're missing chapters. All the chapters are scrambled. There's other books from other series. There's advertisements for products that aren't being sold. Like they're just like some of these torrents.
Fidget spinners.
Yeah.
The
like,
newest, hottest toy out on the market right now.
Some of like they just have wrong audio. There's like chapter 4 and it's like LimeWire meme Bill Clinton. Like I got all mine. Like, you know what I mean?
I did not sleep.
Yeah. But what I did is go to ifreegifts.com. Whatever. I don't even know what Bill Clinton sounds like.
Me neither. Who is he?
Some dude. I don't know.
Heard he did things.
Yeah.
Porn star, probably.
Well,
may as well be at this point.
Yeah, he got a little bit of mouth love while he was in an office, almost circular office. But
you couldn't play VR in that. So the White House, the main office is circular. You're saying?
Well, the Oval Office. I was making a stupid joke.
Is it an Oval Office? I don't get it. Oh, right, because it's the shape of the mouth, right?
Well, like, don't they call it the Oval Office?
I have no idea.
Your mouth is also, yeah, it was a bad joke. It's okay.
I was just going to say you can't play the new VR coming out if it's in a circular room.
True.
Well, fun fact.
But anyways, you can avoid all those problems if you just go to Audible.
Yeah, that's right.
Super high quality. You know, I went the noble route and went through Audible, and I've been listening to Harry Potter.
Nice.
And that's where you get the high quality, proper chapters. It saves your progress.
It's not read by J.K. Rowling herself, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
no,
man.
It's not.
I was going to say, I could see her being like, and then Ron, I forgot to mention, but he's actually secretly gay. It's like
he's got 3 nipples.
He's got 3 nipples. You're like, okay, I know spoilers for later on of this series, and that doesn't make any sense. Like,
yeah.
Well, no, he just he does it for other reasons.
You ever see Gus Johnson's thing making fun of J.K. Rowling's Twitter?
Yeah.
Hermione's in a wheelchair. No, she walks. I didn't say it, but I meant to my heart. Yeah.
Go to audibletrial.com/wild if you're interested.
Yeah, if you don't know what to listen to, I recommend Harry Potter. Some pretty good stuff. Narrator's pretty dope. And then I listen to it and I can like play RuneScape at the same time, and it's like chill. Because I'm like, I don't really have any Twitch streamers I thoroughly enjoy binging and like watching a lot. I know some people like always will watch one streamer. And then even like with like Netflix and stuff, I'm like out of shows.
Oh, wow.
Like there's one that I'm watching that I really don't like, but I'm watching it. And then like
what is it?
It's this weird like anime clearly for like chicks. Like animals.
Is it instead of like the women having big like breasts and shit in the show, it's like dudes who have like huge muscles that are like
just huge
dick bulges?
Dongs. Huge dongs. No, it's like I don't even know what it's called. I have it on the side and it's in Japanese. I forget, but they're like animals and it's like some chick in the workplace. I don't know. It's stupid. It's really bad. But thankfully, due to Audible's amazing thing they have, I can listen to Harry Potter and it's dope.
Nice.
Some of the voices they can do, I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, just like I'll be like in the office going, Harry Potter. Just practicing
Sound
my
like David
narration.
Attenborough?
Yeah, practicing my voice.
Interesting. I might have to check that out because I do want that's a series I do want to go get through because I've read the first 2 books, I've seen the first 3 movies, and I saw the first 3 movies and then the very last movie.
Yeah,
don't do that. It's a terrible idea. I was in high school, I think, or maybe it was just after high school, but a bunch of friends were going to the movies and they're like, "Why don't you come too?" And I was like, "Sure, we'll come." And then I went there and I remember smoking weed, but it was during a time where I wasn't smoking weed, so I got very stoned. Went to go sit down. I'm pretty sure I've told this story before because it sounds familiar, but I remember sitting down being like, oh, I can't wait for them to play Quidditch, and I can't wait for them to go purchase a new broom for Quidditch. And the next thing I know is the
Dementors!
Yeah, it was like the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I was like, Part 2? What do you mean? And then it was like the opening scene. I was like, I am so confused.
Yeah. All right, turn my phone to the lowest brightness, put it under my coat.
I'm going to watch the first movie.
I'm going to just close my eyes and hope I can fall asleep.
Yeah. So yeah, audibletrial.com/wild if that is something you're interested in. You can also support the show directly by going to patreon.com/The Wilderness Podcast. And our supporter of the week is Newerth. So thank you very much for supporting the show. We greatly appreciate it. Speaking of which, though, I was actually talking with him this week, and he brought something to my attention that for some reason I did not, either I forgot existed, I never use it. Do you ever use Potion Share on the Lunar Spellbook?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. I never have. And he was like, he was asking me why I never bring it when I go bossing. And I was like, I don't know.
When you're tanking at bandos, I'm aware of this. Everyone makes me fucking tank. You got to bring Potion Share. You got to have all the combats and you're like sharing that. And then the restores, you can give people like stat restore.
Yeah, you give people free boosts.
Yeah, it's OP and it's the tank's job and I hate it.
Yeah, for match experience.
99,
so that I did not know was a thing, and I was reading up on it, and I was like, holy hell, I'm surprised that that's not even mentioned in the wiki, right? When you go to like the bossing guides. Yeah,
in challenge mode, some people will, in challenge mode raids for Chambers of Jagex.
Can you do that with overloads?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can't. But what you can do is you can hold the potions, because there are strats where you want to like eat an 80 from like Tecton, so you venge other, and then they might have to brew, but you brought extra potions so you can restore them up, right?
Right.
So you can kind of take on that more of a support mage type role in challenge modes. That was like day one, some of the strats we were playing with.
Yep.
That's like someone who probably is like ripping it hard is like, that is dumb. But like that's like the most fun I've had with it in terms of like lunar spells, getting tricky with it. That and bandos tanking. But yeah,
I love it because I always wish the lunars was used more often.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah. Anyways, I love strats like that. So, anyways, point is, thank you very much for bringing that to my attention. Thank you for supporting us, supporting the show. Thank you to everyone supporting the show, and yeah, it's great, and we really do appreciate it. But before we start dribbling and all that social media info, we got some stuff going on in the show right now. Deegan actually released, what would you call it, a little rambling sesh about warding.
I think it was an homage to episode 1 of the podcast, because the audio quality was fucked.
Was it bad?
I mean, you can hear my, like, there's a reason why when my PC was in this room, we had to turn it off when we were recording, and I can't do that if I'm recording in like the other room. You can kind of hear it, and I'm in like an empty room, so it's like really echoey. and
sounds like a generator's going on in the background.
And I also did like a 40-minute recording, and like I don't know what was wrong with my mic, but it kept like random, like it was like it sounded like there was like a frog in there or something, or just like randomly make a ribbit. So then I re-recorded it, and it was like, I don't have any RuneScape footage. So then I just put it on YouTube, and then I sent it out to Patreons as well, like through the Discord. That was just like on warding. I honestly don't remember much about it, because like it was like I read over the update and kind of just gave like a knee-jerk reaction, took some notes down. Yeah, I'm gonna I did enjoy making it. I'll probably be doing more of that stuff.
It was just, I didn't listen to the whole thing because I was at work when I was listening to it, but I listened to it in like bits when customers weren't coming in. It's enjoyable. So it's like, if you're wanting to supplement more podcast listening, sort of, that's kind of what it is, right?
Yeah, more of my opinions. Yeah, just kind of me rambling about stuff.
So yeah, go ahead, check it out if you're wanting to listen to something, you know.
Yeah, extra, I guess. May not be the most pleasant. You might be humming afterwards. You might have like that tinnitus hum.
And this weekend we will be having our Jeopardy event. So right now I've kind of posted it in the events channel on Discord that if you're interested, drop your username, but also tell me what day works better for you between Friday and Saturday of this upcoming weekend, May 3rd and May 4th. And I'm just trying to see if enough people are doing it. I'll have an event on both the days so we can actually do it on the day that works best for you. Yeah, it's a Jeopardy event. You can win some money. It's going to be just like the Jeopardy game show, but all tailored around old school RuneScape. So if you're interested, you know, either message us on Twitter or check out the events channel in our Discord to get more information on it and how you could win some of that money. It could easily work out where every person playing wins a little bit of money, right? That's how Jeopardy kind of works.
Unless you go negative, then you owe us money.
Yeah, a lot too.
The conversion rate is ridiculous. So that's all we're saying.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, if you do want to hang out with us in game, you can do that at WildCC. Our email is thewildernesspodcast@gmail.com. Our Facebook is facebook.com/thewildernesspodcast, and our Twitter is @thewildernessrs. If you want to join our Discord, Twitter and Facebook both have a link on there. Deegan, you got your stuff.
Twitch, Twitter, DeeganRS. If you want to hear some hot takes on stuff, I kind of just like make jokes on Twitter, and then if you want me to like get into an argument, I learned this week it's really easy. Just like at me with someone's hot take on something, and then I'll get into an argument with them about it.
Yeah, if you're bored and you want to watch some drama ensue, send Deegan after them.
Yeah.
Even if Deegan agrees with them, he'll find some way. He'll be like, I agree more, and this is why your argument's stupid.
I mean, I won't go into it, but I was saying I was just trying to be nice in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it ended up with me tweeting a picture of a smooth brain to someone. So if you wanna see that stuff, DeeganRS on Twitter.
Yeah. So if you don't want to listen to a podcast, but you want to read some drama, you know where to check it out. My Twitch is The Dills. I plan on doing a bunch of that Rune Radio this week. If you don't know what that is, it's going to be just kind of like a talk show focusing on music and talking about RuneScape. It'll be on Twitch. I'm thinking right now I'm doing it from 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might switch that, but I just thought it might be fun to wake up for me and a great way to start my day off while being able to feel like I'm being productive while also playing RuneScape. It's a very hard thing to do sometimes. So if you want to check that out, check out during those times. I'm going to update the schedule because I'm not going to be able to do it every single day, but for now I'm going to try until I can see what days I'll be busy consistently. It'll probably be 3 times a week. Doesn't matter. Which brings us to our song of the week is Artistry. Artistry.
Artisan, the new skill.
Yeah. New music track. They really just snuck that one in there. It's the song that was unlocked during the Mime Random event. It came out August 2nd, 2004. And as usual, it was composed by Ian Taylor. So sorry it was a shorter episode. Kind of happens sometimes, but
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
I guess they never miss, huh? That's a very outdated reference. Anyways, let's end on that.
What's the reference?
TikTok? Man, you're not hip with the kids.
Gwen Stefani?
If you go on like YouTube and type in TikTok hit or miss.
Oh god, I feel so old. See, when you say TikTok, I'm thinking that Gwen Stefani song. It's like TikTok. I can't remember how that song goes. Holy shit, it's been a while. When you said it's an old reference, I was thinking way old.
Like Hollaback Girl?
It was out after that.
I only know Hollaback Girl.
Look up TikTok by Gwen Stefani. Whatever happened to her anyways?
Well, what would she call her girl gang? The Guru Gachi Girls?
I just had it. Harajuku Girls.
Yeah.
Something like that. What the hell is that? Is that
she had like a huge following like Japan or something?
Is that what it was?
And like, I think, because from my understanding, like idols, there's like in Japan, like we have like movie stars and shit, but they have like idols, and like that's kind of like their influencers, I guess. And
I know,
I guess her gang were like the Hideo Kojima girl, or what would you call them?
Harajuku.
Yeah.
Harajuku.
But
girls.
Yeah, they're like, she had a big following, and I guess
they just use them a lot,
I
showcase
guess
them in her
so.
videos. Interesting. That kind of happened with Avril Lavigne, who is very popular in Canada when we were growing up.
Yeah,
it was like a huge like punk rock
Skater Boy.
Yeah,
she had that one song.
Yeah, and so she was huge for a couple albums, and then she started making this odd pop music.
Yeah,
which like was like
a niche,
came out of nowhere.
It was like for like Japanese people.
Yeah,
it's like look at this North American Canada pop, C-pop.
I always thought it was like weird. I'm like, what happened? She goes from punk rock to this weird pop music, like very weird pop music, And then I looked it up and it's like, oh, it turns out that she was very popular in Japan and that music kind of like catered to that audience.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that makes sense. I haven't heard of her since.
Yeah.
So she's probably out there like huge Japanese star.
Yeah, she lived. Her and Nickelback singer
Chad
had a house
Kruger or something.
Yeah, had a house near where we grew up.
Right. Yeah. Didn't you say you saw them walk into the grocery store once?
Yeah.
And they looked like famous people trying to hide.
Yeah, and no one gave a fuck.
Yeah, because we lived in a very small farm town, and I mean very small.
And in fact, they were dressed up so weirdly that I was like,
made it more obvious.
Who the fuck is that? And go like ask a coworker, and like, is that Avril Lavigne? You know, I'm gonna follow them around for a bit. 'Cause I'm 14, I'm high, but I'm also a really bad worker too. So I'm gonna follow these people around. And yeah, it was them. It's kind of cool.
Interesting. Yeah, and it's such a small town of like
50 people
and farmers. Like they could have easily walked in looking normal, and people had been like, "Who cares?"
Everyone had that underbite from the, what is it called? Like the Habs jaw.
No,
it was an inbreeding joke. It's not a good.
Oh,
it's like there was like a royal family that like inbred themselves to death.
The Habs.
It's like Habsburg or Habsburg, like.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, well, they're from Quebec. They're probably inbred too. Let's be real.
All my hockey friends would always beef with other Hab fans.
And just Quebecois. Anyways, let's end this episode.
Yeah, we should probably end. When we get to this point, that's when you know it's time to get on out of here. So thanks so much for listening, guys. Tune in next week for 132. Who knows? Maybe we'll have some things to talk about. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, have a good one.
Take care, everybody.